but they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
A first carry here for Kenny Nwangu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings! Kenny Nwangu with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Set. Red. Cycle.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A Lance again here on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Right.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And Lance now to throw. Left side to Lamb. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Gabriel Davis, touchdown, Cowboys. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Slot man moves right. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Hey, check mega. Fight 60. Hut.
The Lance going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kelly. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Come on, set. Strike. Smash. Ready?
Pollard going to try the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. They will find Davis. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Blue striker. Ready.
Here's Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Option play, here's Pollard. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Pollard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Come on.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Here we go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
18 Rattler.
To throw on 3rd down, Henry. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Touchdown, Vikings! Ty Chandler, 34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone is about 4 yards.
Here we go, set.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Ultra.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Jet, hunt.
To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Throwing now is Lance. He finds his man, Pollard. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready, ready.
3rd and 3.
62 blaster. Cut.
From midfield, here's Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
43 rail.
Now Lance looking to change it up.
Cut, cut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Let's go now.
2nd down and 8.
Tiger, 19, Tiger, go!
Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
79 Broncos. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Henry. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ready?
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. On 1st down, Henry. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now a handoff to Chandler. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Lance wants to change him up. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
60 by 6.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Chandler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 59 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a give running right, Nwangu. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
They run it with Chandler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
Hey, computer. Striker, 3-3. 10 cycles.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Able to slither by. Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out. He's to the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 91 yards. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw again. Henry going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play.
Go!
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Henry. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nuwagu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nuwagu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 174 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Ready.
Here's Chandler.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Come on, come on.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 2nd down now. It's Chandler fighting his way through contact and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 10 more there and another first down.
Let's go.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
11 more on that one and another first down. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down and 3. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready, set.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Up the middle, Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henry flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Back to throw. Henry. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, go steal. Check Fury. Hut.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, or a quick slant or something like that. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Panther 11. Mustang 19. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
2nd down and 6 now.
Mega. Set, go.
Gonna run again here with Pollard.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Let's go. Ready.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Here we go.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.